Hello, welcome to the 6th lesson of the Real You membership. I can't believe we're on lesson 6 already. If you've been with me since the beginning, you know that we've worked on building our content strategy from the ground up, from content calendars to our brand message to how to use the Reels editor, talking head videos. It's been a fun ride and I'm excited to dig even deeper. This month, we're talking about analytics. And if you don't think analytics are sexy, then let me be the first one to tell you that that's not the case at all. Analytics are data, and there is nothing sexier than making informed decisions about your future. Planning for success is hot. So why bother? Why do we need to look at our analytics? For one, it's going to make sure that we're not wasting any of our efforts. We don't want to make content that totally tanked unless it's just fun to make content. It helps us double down on what's working, and it's just really fun to get in there and see what are people responding to, what are people watching the most. We'll look at content that performs well, and we'll be able to go through and say, oh, these two types of content were the same format. Maybe we'll make more in this format. In TikTok, for example, I have explainer videos where all I do is put on my makeup and talk about something, and they always perform really well. Those don't do as well on Instagram, and that's okay. I would recommend doing this for every platform, or at least your favorite platform. Do this about every month or every 25 pieces of content. We just want to make sure we're not shouting to an empty room. We're building community around our brands and around our personalities, around ourselves. And it's important for us to check in with our community and see what they like, what they want to see more of. And this is responding to comments and using interactive stickers on stories, but the numbers don't lie. So when we go into the analytics and we see different types of content performing well, we can reuse that same piece of content, for example, and reshare it, or we can make more videos and content in that style. In this lesson, I'm going to give you a little bit of vocabulary. I'm going to show you how you can look through your Instagram analytics. Whatever platform you're using, a lot of the same vocabulary and analytic features will be in there. And there's also, in this month's guide, is an analytics check-in guide. And I would recommend going through this once again, do it once a month. And you can print out extra copies or save extra copies if you want to do one for different types of platforms. Before we get started, I want to encourage you to take a screenshot right now of your social media profiles. As we dig into our data, and we do this every month or we do this every 25 posts, it's important to track it so we can really feel accomplished about what we're doing on social media and the community that we're building. Plus, if you take a screenshot of your Instagram profile or your Facebook profile, if you do that every month, it's just a great check-in because you'll see the numbers grow right there in your follower count. One other thing I'll mention that's a nice little tip is I hope that every single post you are making, you're also sharing to your stories. And this is important for two things. Number one, for your stories highlights across the top. Those are little collections of a certain theme. For example, I have portfolio. You could have one for your services, your client testimonials, but nothing can be shared to a stories highlight until it's been shared to a stories first. But the second reason that it's important to share everything to stories as it relates to analytics is because you can see what types of stories performed best. So let's say we post a reel and we post the reel as a story. So we can see, does that reel perform well as a story and a post? And also it's just a way to get more eyes on your content. Without further ado, let's get started. Follow me right now and we'll go through Instagram analytics.
Let's take a peek at our analytics. We're gonna go to our home page, click the three lines on the top of the menu, and go down to where it says Insights. Just know that you have to have a creator account or a business account in order to be able to look at analytics. I like to look at the last 30 days, so I click on that 7 days and I change it to 30. To be honest, I don't have time to do this every week, and also when I pick the last 30 days, all my numbers are higher and makes me feel good. As we do our analytics review today, we're going to be working off this overview page, the accounts reached, accounts engaged, and total followers. You'll see these little arrows on the side of each of these. So essentially, you'll click accounts reached and we'll see all of these analytics that'll tell us about the reach of accounts, the number of people that see our accounts. Accounts engaged, we click on the arrow, it's going to give us a whole nother slew of data, and this is going to be all about accounts that engage and interact with our content. Then the last one is going to be our total followers. When we click this arrow, we're going to be getting some data about the types of followers that we have. So this account reached, accounts engaged, and total followers, they're all broader categories that we'll go deeper on throughout the video. So, oh dang, so this will give me a nice little outreach. So I've reached 52.9% more accounts compared to the last month. And that's awesome. It's also a little bit of a cheat because I got hacked a month ago and my hacker didn't do anything cool. That's nice though. Anyway, so I'm building up my account and the engagement after having that. So again, it's great to see this high number, but if you see a high number in your analytics, think about what did you have? Did you have any events or a grand opening or a promotion, or did you do a giveaway or anything like that during this time frame? So think about that. Now each of these you'll see account reached, accounts engaged, and total followers. You'll see the arrow next to there. We can click on each one of those and dig deeper into that specific category. But you'll see if I scroll down, you know, I can also compare the performance just based on the content that I posted. These are my most recent stories, my most recent reels. So I'm gonna just stick up here, I'm gonna go into accounts reached. This tells me that in the past month, I've reached 3,589 accounts. This is 62.6% higher. I don't even have performance goals, honestly, but if I work with a client and they have a performance goal, then we can check in with those goals based on this data. Also, it's worth mentioning that any scheduling platform that's worth your time is going to have an analytics feature built in, but it's still important to go through here and know and understand what these terms really mean. So non-followers reached, that means that I got in front of a lot of new eyes. And what this tells me, this is the goal, so I met my goal. But this is also telling me I post mostly video content. I wanna make sure that I have a clear call to action at the end of most of these videos, because if I'm seeing new people, I wanna tell them to follow me. This is also important as I plan my strategy for next month. If I see that the majority of my views are coming from new people, that means that it's a really great time to build some clarity, to kind of go a little bit deeper and to build a narrative that establishes myself as a leader in my industry. Much like if you met someone random at the grocery store and you said, oh, I'm a real estate agent, you would talk to that person differently than if it was somebody that was your client or a friend who knew what you're doing. So think about that as you're getting in front of new eyes and new accounts. Now let's go scroll down, content reach. You see in my reels, there's a light blue and a dark blue. So this is telling me that all my reels have reached about 3,599 people. The vast majority of those are non-followers. Again, this is what I've said about the different types of content going to different types of people. If we want to focus on growth, Reels is definitely the place to be. If we want to focus on conversion, Reels are still good for that, but carousel posts and lives and really lots of things that drive interaction, that's going to be what we're going to use to get that more engagement, which is more engagement is going to nurture our leads to get them to convert, to sign up for our newsletters or whatever it might be, to get in our pipeline somehow. Look at stories. The majority of people who see my stories are people who already follow me. So I can change my messaging a little bit. I kind of already knew that, but I can change my messaging a little bit. My stories are lots of behind the scenes content. I know that the people who are in my stories, they're my friends kind of already. So it's a more friendly, more casual and relaxed interaction. Then it says top content based on reach. My top performing content was an easy video idea beginner's tutorial. Every time I do a tutorial, it performs really well. This tells me to keep doing tutorials. The other one, the Celebrating Women in Business, that had some cool edits in it, but I think what made this a high performing post is I used the collaborator feature. So I used this, I made a reel and I talked about a business party that I had with my friend. I didn't just tag her in the reel, I actually used the collaborator feature, which means that I made the reel, I posted it, I wrote all the captions, I added her as a collaborator. She got a message in her inbox that says, do you want to add this to your profile, approve or deny? And it went on her page. So this is a great way to use collaboration and relationships to build your audience as well, because all of her followers saw that I was in it, that I co-created it, and all of my followers saw that she co-created it. So this is a great way for us to grow our content as well. Then you scroll down and you see the top cities. I'm reaching more local places. So Walla Walla and College Place, got some New York people, that's pretty cool. And then top countries. So we're back on the Insights homepage. We're gonna go on the second one, accounts engaged, the second option. And it says 232 accounts engaged, which is up by 60% from that week I got my account hacked. Non-followers engaged 83 and followers engaged 149. That tells me that, you know, I'm still, the majority of the people seeing my content are people who already follow me, which is great, but there's still a significant portion of those that are new to my brand or new to my page. Every other post I should be asking for a follow, because a big chunk of people seeing my stuff are not following and I want them to follow me. And then every other post, again, followers engaged. So the people that are already following me are still pretty engaged in what I'm doing, and so I want to make sure that I'm answering their questions in the comments, and I want to make sure that I can go a little bit deeper with some carousel posts. Okay, so now it'll tell me story interactions, 29 replies, 1 share. That's cool. My stories interaction are up 25% to 30 people. A lot of people liked my karate behind the scenes, my story, my cool transitions. Okay, so this is based on replies. You can see that anything with a little arrow you can click and explore a little bit more. So these are my stories that I've shared. Only one person replied on most of these things. So I could ask for a little bit more engagement. I could use some stickers to get that. My post interactions are down by 80%, so that's sad. Okay, so Reels interactions. So I get a lot of likes, got a good amount of comment, I got 17 saves, and I got 5 shares. The likes are great, the views are great, but what makes me really happy are the comments, saves, and shares, because that means people were out of scroll mode to actually interact and tell me that they like my content. So top reels based on likes. Okay, so I have a collaboration feature. The Women in Business was me collaborating with somebody else. The 39 under 39, that was just a regular reel about an accomplishment that I had. It wasn't didn't have any cool editing or anything. It was just like a little life share. Okay, so again, top cities, lots of people in Walla Walla, College Place, United States, a few people from India, Pakistan, Nigeria, that's cool. So my top age range, I'm pretty much looking to 25 to 44-year-olds, mostly women. I'm talking to women 25 to 44 for the most part. That makes sense, I'm in that range too. So let's go back to that home page and then followers. So I can look at these spikes in my following and say, you know, did something happen on a certain day? Like if I got, so that was Tuesday, March 21st. So Tuesday I got a lot of followers. Let me go back to my page and see what did I even post on March 21st. If you want to find a date that you posted a reel or a post, just click on something you think is close, click Insights, and then once it loads, it'll tell you right here, oh, March 22nd. So I was really close. So I'll go back one post because I was posting every day, I think. Let's see if this is the one. Yeah. Okay, so this is my post that on this day, I got a lot of extra followers and also a save. This is the section where it'll show you where your when your followers are most active. So I can look by the hours or the days. So I see that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, pretty much my people are on equally amount every single day. 9 a.m., 12 p.m. are, you know, the best times for me to post, which makes sense. It's maybe like right before work or when they get to work. So it makes sense for me to post. That's why I kind of typically try to post first thing in the morning. So look when your audience is most active. Sometimes it'll be a time that you didn't expect. In the past month, I've gotten 42 new followers. I'm gonna go to accounts reached. I'm still trying to grow my account. So this is telling me that I should do more tutorials, more beginner tutorials, and more collaborations. If I really want to grow my account, that's what this and this is telling me. So one thing I can do is I can look at a business that might have a similar demographic to what I do, and we can collaborate. And that's something I used to do last year, but then I just got really busy and kind of stopped doing that. I could collaborate on a live, or I could also do a collaboration reel. And then again, more easy video ideas. I think that's what people really want to see. So I'm gonna keep doing that.
I hope you found this helpful. If doing this once a month is too much, do it once a quarter, or just do it once right now, just so you can have a nice little check-in to see what type of content is doing well for you and your pages. If you found this lesson helpful, please share to your stories or your posts what you learned and tag me so that I can share it, but also so that I can see how you guys are using the membership. Please bring your questions to the live call. I can't wait to see you. That's all I have for you this month. I'll see you next time.